What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, depending on what time zone you're in, it's Wednesday night, but for some of y'all, it's Thursday morning, which means y'all got one more day till the weekend begins. Y'all know we love a weekend around here. Wednesday nighters, we got through hump day. Thursday's right around the corner. All right, y'all, I have a jam-packed, amazing, not a jam-packed, I have an amazing show for you today. I got so much tea. It's coming in an extra large mug, all right? In Behind the Feed and Off the Record, Donald Trump is going to jail. For my daily listeners, Barack Obama was in our Going to Jail segment. Well, today it's Donald Trump's turn. Also, LeBron James caught cheating and his son, Bronny, caught cheating with the same girl. Akon has been arrested and Tory Lanez is staying in jail. His appeal was denied. In lead stories, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court no longer extending SNAP benefits and putting a pause on it. In quick news, we're going to talk Chrisean Rock, a TikToker ordered to pay $1.5 million for stealing somebody else's husband. Kevin Gates, Megan Thee Stallion, Offset, Transport Secretary saying that he cannot guarantee your safety. And also, will the church help a hungry baby? As always, we are going to close out the show with comments of the day, questions of the day, and social discussion of the day. Also, for those of you who are sick and tired of spam text messages, emails, and phone calls, we're going to tell you about a 14-day free trial with Aura. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up. Woo! I love shows like this. Let's go. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. In our first behind the scenes and off the record story, Democrats release multiple Jeffrey Epstein emails where he mentions President Donald J. Trump allegedly spending time with a sex trafficking victim in his house. That dog hasn't barked yet, and that dog is Donald Trump. Okay. We got a lot to get into today. I'm sure some of you may have heard this already. It's everywhere. But as you know, I'm going to go behind the feed and off the record and give y'all the tea that is teeing. Before I do that, I just have to take a second to do a little victory lap, as y'all know I like to do. 2 episodes ago, episode 617, I told y'all that this was coming. I said the silver lining about the Democrats breaking rank and opening up the government, although it's horrible, etc. Well, some of you think it's horrible, some of you don't think it's horrible. I said at least the Arizona Senator, Adelina, will be able to be sworn in, and she will be the 218 vote, and the Jeffrey Epstein files will be able to be discharged. And I also told you about something else that was coming out, that the Democrats have a plan. I also told you that Trump is working on a plan to stop all of it, which we'll get into today. Just want to let you know, y'all are hearing it now on mainstream media. We told you here at the Trent Out Loud show 2 days ago that this was going to happen. All right? Same thing like I took the victory lap when I told you guys about the Diddy pardon. Then you heard TMZ tell you guys about it. I'm always 48 hours ahead of the rest of the people, all right? Even people on YouTube, not only just mainstream media. So that was me just, bigging myself up. I told y'all I'm working for y'all. Okay, let's get into this. All right, here are some of the emails, okay? Absolute bombshell news right now. Newly released email minutes ago show that Donald Trump spent likely hours with a victim of Jeffrey Epstein's at his house. In a new email released by the House Oversight Committee, shows Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell talking about how Trump was, quote, the dog that hasn't barked. Further talking about how an alleged victim spent hours at my house meaning Jeffrey Epstein's house. The full email from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein was from April the 2nd, 2011, and said, want you to realize that the dog hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He hasn't ever once been mentioned. Then in another email that released from January the 31st, 2019, from Michael Wolff to Jeffrey Epstein, shows victim Mar-a-Lago identified Trump as he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls. He asked Ghislaine to stop. This is proof that Donald Trump knew what Jeffrey Epstein was doing. Here's some more. House Democrats just released a bunch of Jeffrey Epstein's private emails, including one where he wrote that President Donald Trump, quote, spent hours at his house with one of his victims, Jeffrey Epstein. But the most telling line came from Michael Wolff, not Epstein, when he told him straight up, I think you should let Donald Trump do himself in. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, that gives you valuable PR and political currency. You can let him do himself in later or save him to generate a debt. Meaning, don't let this information out and then he will owe you a debt. Now people are asking, is Ghislaine Maxwell holding one of those receipts and cashing in some of that political currency? She was just upgraded to a very relaxed prison. She has a concierge, and we told you, I think yesterday or the day before, that she even has a service puppy dog in there, okay? These emails span from 2011 to 2019, years after Jeffrey Epstein's conviction, well past their supposed fallout. Meanwhile, Congress scrambles to end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, but this scandal just hijacked the headlines. Again, this was Democrats' plan. All right, you want to keep playing? You want to not give us any health care? You want to do anything? Okay, people are going to be very unhappy that we caved, very unhappy that 8 people caved in. But we know that the headlines are going to be these emails that we're about to drop on Donald Trump. Smart move, smart move. Again, just want to credit us for letting you know that was going to happen. Sorry, I had to. Okay, now, what is also very important is I'm going to play a video here from you from Ghislaine Maxwell. I keep on mispronouncing her name. Sorry, y'all know me with names. And this email is also proving that Maxwell is a liar. They have her on video saying Trump doesn't know anything. He's amazing. He's this, he's that, or whatever. But these emails show something that's different. Now, you could put 2 and 2 together. She said these things a couple of months ago when she was being deposed. And after she said that Trump was amazing, he's never done anything wrong, he's the best person ever, then she got moved to this comfortable jail cell, this new comfortable jail after saying that. Take a listen.
I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects.
Okay, that should come as no surprise. We all know that we cannot trust Maxwell, but that is just now proof that the Democrats knew and could be used against her in a court of law later on. Now, let's move over to something that's a little bit more important. Well, it's all important, but this is important because this could make these emails look like nothing. This afternoon, actually, as I'm recording this, Arizona representative is going to be sworn in to the House of Representatives, and she can be or will be, I'll let you know why those two things are important, the 218th vote to discharge the petition or to approve the discharge petition to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. Now, Mike Johnson has been delaying swearing her in because he knew that she would be the 218th signature that would get the Jeffrey Epstein files released. Now, what we told you guys 2 days ago is Donald Trump and his team were using these past 7 weeks to switch some Republicans, because there's 4 Republicans, if I'm not mistaken, 4 Republicans that are breaking rank and joining the Democrats, and that is helping them get to the 218. So the Arizona representative, Adelina, she will be 218, but the vote hasn't happened yet. So if Donald Trump, Mike Johnson, and everybody else in Donald Trump's camp can get to one of the 4 Republicans and have them take away their signature or have them say no to the vote, then we're back at square one and we do not get these files. As I'm recording this, the 4 Republicans are still on board to vote yes to release them. Listen to what Donald Trump is doing right now. Take a listen.
We have major breaking news right now. Complete chaos in the White House over the fact that the Epstein Files discharge petition may hit 218 signatures. They just called an emergency meeting, according to CNN, of top Justice Department officials, including Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General, the Attorney General Pam Bondi, and Kash Patel, the FBI Director, alongside Lauren Boebert. Donald Trump has personally called both Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace in an effort to try to have them remove their names from the Epstein discharge petition. They're 2 of the 4 Republicans who have signed on. The other 2 are Thomas Massie and Marjorie Taylor Greene, neither of whom have signed or will remove their names. But there is a full court press happening right now as increased panic within the White House sets in that the Epstein Files may soon become public, or that the House of Representatives may soon vote, a full House of Representatives vote, on whether to release the files publicly. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a full court press over the next few hours.
So what does that tell you? That tells you that over the past 7 weeks, they haven't been able to. 2 days ago, I told you they're actively trying. That's why when the Democrats, the 8 Democrats that were like, oh, you know what, fine, let's open the government, Donald Trump privately was probably not ready for it to be open because he knew this was coming. So like I told you, the silver lining was the Democrats have a plan. Now, yes, that still doesn't help healthcare, and it's going to help air traffic control and SNAP, hopefully, because it's still not even open yet. But the Democrats look like they are playing chess, not checkers, okay? Now, one of the other things that is up for discussion is these emails. There's a lot of things that have been redacted. Well, not a lot, but the names have been redacted, and we're all trying to find out who those names are. I have gotten some indication of who they are, but people have recommended that I do not put anything out yet. Not only just for sources, but the fact that these are survivors. These are Jeffrey Epstein survivors. And as much as I love to give you all tea, I think everybody out there would totally agree with me that we should be protecting survivors. So I'm not going to name any names from those redacted emails. Talking about the survivors, I have heard that, if I'm not mistaken, 11, don't quote me on the number, but there will be some Jeffrey Epstein survivors present at the swearing in of the Arizona House of Representatives when Mike Johnson signs her in at Alena. So huge. They're going to swear her in. Mike Johnson will be forced to bring the Jeffrey Epstein vote to the House. If it gets passed and Donald Trump doesn't get to these 2 people, let me tell you something. It is going to be pandemonium. From what people think are in these files, Donald Trump will be going to jail. Like, that's just what it is. He has been actively for the past year deflecting, putting things in the media, literally daily to try to get away from these Epstein files. We have told you that repeatedly. We have heard that he literally has a list and he has a team that they sit down and they're like, all right, let's put this out today. Let's put that out today. Let's put out that. Donald Trump is a master of controlling the narrative, whether you like him or not. Again, to me, if you read the tea leaves, the fact that there is panic in the White House and it's down from 4 to 2 people, and he has to do something and figure out how he can get those 2 people to remove their name. The fact that there's panic is crazy. And I trust Aaron. He is right there in Washington, and he has his ear to the streets. We'll be in contact. I will maybe do a part 2, or as I'm recording this, I'll come back if I hear anything else. But the moral of the story is there are 2 House of Representatives that are in control of the Epstein files and Donald Trump's fate. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. All right, in our second behind the feed and off the record, brand risk ring girl Alice Rosenblum claims LeBron and Bronny James are in her DM and she's showing receipts. Like father, like son, ring girl Alice claims LeBron James and Bronny James are in her DMs. Okay, now, for those of you who are daily listeners, you are really not surprised by this story. I have told you guys repeatedly about LeBron James and his, and his side chicks in Toronto. Let's just call them what it is. I'm not even going to say alleged. Please send me a cease and desist or defamation, because I could bring 10 girls from Toronto that will literally confirm what I'm saying. So I'm not saying alleged LeBron. This is fact. Okay. But this girl is apparently making headlines, or it's not, I shouldn't say headlines because it hasn't gone to mainstream media, but she's making rounds among certain content creators. And, they know that I have no problem talking about LeBron because I got receipts upon receipts. All right. I got girls on speed dial that literally have been with him. So please come for me. I'm telling you right now. Having said that, why this is a bigger story is that Alice is alluding to the fact that Bronny is in her DMs with his dad. If y'all remember, Diddy and Justin have been allegedly romantically connected to the same girl multiple times. I'm just saying. Lori Harvey being one. That's fact too. That's not alleged. Send me a defamation letter if you want. So LeBron being the family man, Savannah, he was just on a podcast the other day where it's like, I never want to be alone. This is my rib. She's my everything. I'll do anything about her. Hey, there have been multiple allegations, of course, started from Drake last year when they were beefing. Academics have talked about it, and I have reiterated it multiple times. Not because I want to throw him under the bus, but I mean, it's, he acts holier than now. And then he's the one like wilding out in Carabata in Toronto. And hey, I got to do my job that I got to do. Right. But I have seen some of these DMs, so I can say that I have seen them. I'm going to leave that part. I don't want to get myself in trouble in that part. So I have seen them. For certain reasons, I forgot to even have a video. I'm going to play the video for you in a second. But for certain reasons, for her sake, I'm not going to put them out right now because there's something that she's doing with them. And y'all should know what that means, okay? We talk about civil cases a lot around here. And I tell you that there's literally like almost every person in the entertainment industry is dealing with a civil case. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And out of respect for being looped in, I am not going to show anymore, but I will play this video that I should have played for you guys before. Sorry for talking so much. You'll take a look.
LeBron's in my DM, Bronny's in my DM. They're all in my DM.
Show me. I can't. Are you being that serious?
Unless you deleted.
All right, there's none. Oh, is that Bronny? Bro, Bronny's in your DM.
Friendship and hollering at me, and he has a girlfriend.
So if y'all want, you could try to like pause the video and see what you see on there, but it's going to be blurry, so don't even try. The thing that how you should know it's real is that before she opens it, she's like, oh, unless he deleted it, which, as you know, you can unsend a message on Instagram. So this is not like a screenshot. She literally was showing that the guy literally from her Instagram, not a screenshot. I'm just going to leave it at that. Bronny and LeBron. Y'all be careful out there. This could turn out to be interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, in our third story behind the feed and off the record, I'm really mad that this came out. Akon gets locked up in Georgia on warrant released hours after. Akon done got locked up. According to reports, he was arrested in Georgia last week, but has since been released. The sheriff's office said the rapper was taken into custody last Thursday and on an out-of-country warrant, which I'm assuming is Africa, but hold on. He was booked into jail and let out 6 hours later. Details on what the arrest warrant was on haven't been released. Now, I've known about this. A few other content creators, I'm sure, have known about it too. But the reason why I didn't say anything is because, as you guys know, I always try to bring you something. I don't want to just tell you something and just leave you and not tell you what else was going on. And I haven't been able to figure out what he's arrested for. So I didn't want to be like, he's been arrested. But now a couple of blogs have picked it up and they have said too that they don't know. And normally I can get to anything, but I don't know, man. No source. It's like everybody like is dry and nobody knows. And the only thing that I could think of, and that's why I said it's Africa, and maybe because the warrant is from Africa, then the police have to keep that and not make it public. But even if it's not public, then somebody should know. Anyways, I hated to do this because I'm just all speculating right now. Like, I don't know what it's for. Why would he be released 6 hours later? Being released 6 hours later just means that, okay, we have acknowledged it. You know that you're here, you're done. And I don't even know, you wouldn't even be able to give bail that anyways, I don't know. I don't know, but it's out there. I just wanted to confirm he did get arrested. Everything is up for speculation right now. We don't know. His wife wanted to divorce him a couple of weeks ago, remember? And she wanted like $100 million. And we found out that most of the stuff was in his mama's name. I don't know if that has to do with anything. Maybe he put hands on her. I don't know. There's something going on, but I will work on it and let you guys know. Sorry that it has to be, I don't know, but it's on the blogs and I know somebody would have sent it to me and asked me. So here it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our fourth story behind the feed and off the record, Tory Lanez appeal denied. All right, if you'll see here, the image I'm going to put up right here, this is an email I got at 1:15 p.m. Oh my gosh, funny enough, as I'm reading this, I just got another one, but let me finish this. The email came across and it says here, if you go down to the notes, it says, "We affirm Daystar Peterson's conviction." So this is them affirming it. Now, for those of you who follow me daily, you know that we were at the appeal case in LA. If I'm not mistaken, it was in August, which is why I'm getting the email updates, just like I am on the Diddy case, etc. And I got this today at 1:15. I put it up on the Instagram page, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, he should be let out," etc., etc. And I had said when I was doing my live after the appeal, I'm not on either side, but I felt like the appeal was weak. Now, me following this case from the beginning, from the trial, etc., hearing the appeal felt weak to me versus what you would hear from his people online. And I don't mean people like in a comment section. I mean people that were advocating for him. He had somebody in the government, there were some other people, and there was a forensic expert or whatever. And, you know, he was saying a lot of things, but I went down there and I heard his legal team and it was just like a little bit weak. So I don't know if it was Tory putting out information from his side that wasn't credible, that you know, there's a lot of things you could say online, but in court you can't say it, or if his legal team wasn't just that strong. Anyways, here is Megan McCuffin, who is a trial journalist who we have spoken to a couple of times, or spoken about a couple of times on this show. She got her fame from actually covering this trial. And you guys know that we rely on her for the Tory and the Diddy trial before I just scrapped it and went down by myself. But Megan put out and said, "The opinion affirming Lane's conviction and prison sentence is expected unpublished, which means it doesn't establish new case law, isn't citable, but it will be publicly available. I should have a copy soon. Stay tuned." She also said, "To be clear, there is nothing funny about what Tory did to Megan and then lying about it and badgering her online over it. But what is funny is his fans convincing themselves that he would actually win this appeal." So there was a lot of people, Megan included, she was like, "Yo, he's never going to win this appeal." I even asked her, I'm like, "Do you think I should come out?" She's like, it's going to be on YouTube. It's not like Diddy's trial that was federal, so you could just watch it on YouTube. But as you guys know, I like to bring you in the courtroom, whatever. She's like, not only is it going to be on YouTube already, you could just stream it, but B, there's no chance. Like, he stands no chance. So Megan called it. Shout out to Megan McCuffin. Again, I just wanted to go down there and see. It was fresh off the Diddy trial, and I wanted to go to another court case. But yeah, I agree with her. Again, not standing on both sides. Following the actual trial, I do think that Tory has some grounds. I'm not saying that he's fully guilty, but there's some grounds. There's some things that I have questions on. I would love to interview either the prosecution or their lawyers, or I would love to interview Tory or Megan. There's some questions that I feel like I could literally bring and help to the case. I'm telling you, I should have been the lawyer. But anyways, the point is that Tory Lanez's appeal has been denied. So it looks like Tory will have to live his whole sentence out, serve his whole sentence. Sorry. It was 10 years. I don't know how much he served. What is it? Maybe 3-4 years. So yeah, it looks like, good behavior. He might be out, maybe have to spend 7 or 8 years. He might be out in 3-4 years. I don't know, but appeal denied. Sound off and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our first lead story, Supreme Court extends order to keep a pause on SNAP food benefits as talks continue to end government shutdown. The Supreme Court gave the green light on Tuesday to keep a lower court from forcing the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP right away. This order will hang in limbo until Thursday night. Okay, now, a lot of people are upset by this. As you guys know, part of my job here on this show, I feel like I bring is both sides. Look in the comment section. They call me Trent. They call me Trent Two Sides Out Loud, and I'm okay with that. And although I see both sides, this is people's food benefits. There are people who are hungry, kids, women, children. It's horrible. Now, I told you, I think a couple of days ago, maybe Saturday, Sunday, about Justice Kataji. She, not agreeing, but saying, I'm not going to let this in the Supreme Court. She was in charge of the first district. She's like, I'm going to let this lower court hurry up its judgment. And I was like, yo, just give her grace. I trust her. I believe her. If she is saying that to not bring it up to the Supreme Court and have this lower court just rush its judgment, I trusted her. Now with this decision, I'll just give you their side. Their side is, look, we have a pinky promise that there's 8 Democrats that are going to break rank. The government is about to reopen. So the Supreme Court doesn't want to get involved now because there's 48 hours. So why get involved on a Tuesday when everything should be back open on a Thursday? So that's their side of things. But of course, the other side is, why not just force them to pay out the money right now? Because nothing is guaranteed on Thursday. I know there's the 8 Democrats, but look at what just happened with the Epstein files. There's no telling what Donald Trump is going to do. If he doesn't get those 2 people's name off, if he does get those 2 people's name off, things could go one way. If he doesn't get their name off and the Epstein files get released, Donald Trump could hold the government hostage. He could be like, what? You guys are going to release the files? No problem. Then no FAA transport people are getting paid. SNAP's not getting paid. EBT. Donald Trump will go to whatever lengths he can to protect himself. And I don't care if you're MAGA, Democrat, or Republican, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is going to protect Trump and MAGA at all costs. So that's why, because there is no telling what could happen, I think the Supreme Court should have just jumped in. Now, I get the jumping in now in 24 or whatever. And if it was for something else, I would say, okay, fine. But there's kids that are hungry. Like, let's go, people. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. It's your turn. Sound off in the comment section below. All right, this takes us to quick news. Ring my bell. All right, in our first quick story, Chrisean Rock's back in the news. Did you guys miss her? It's been like 2 days. Chrisean Rock says Steve Wilkowski is trying to clout chase off of her after he said he wants them on the show for a DNA test per fans' request. Chrisean said, "Stop putting me into things that don't have anything to do with me. I'm getting married. I'm out the way." After years of terrorizing us, Chrisean finally wants to be left alone. After Steve came out and says he wants her on the show, she claims he's clout chasing and she's done doing stuff for other people's content. She then went on to spill about her moving back to Baltimore with Junior, where she bought some land and plans on getting married. Okay. Hold on. I just want to read you something else and I'll just play both videos together. Okay. Chrisean Rock says she's done co-parenting after Blueface allegedly put hands on her, adding she's getting married and staying out the way on purpose. Chrisean Rock is giving fans a little update. Chrisean Rock revealed on an IG stream that she's back at home in Baltimore and has no plans to return to Los Angeles unless there's a check involved. The reality star has been in the headlines recently after what would look like a brief rekindling with Blueface following his prison sentence, but things unraveled fast. Chrisean once again accused Blue of putting hands on her but now Blueface has since moved on to Hazel E, which we have told you guys about. All right, now it's time we could play some videos. So one video is going to be Steve. You guys remember the bodyguard from Jerry Springer saying, "Hey, a lot of people have been telling me about Chrisean and Blueface. I don't even know who they are, but I want them on the show," which is ridiculous. Just Google, find out who they are, be like, "Hey guys, come on the show." Be like, "I don't know who y'all are, but I want you on the show." And then we'll play you some stuff from Chrisean. Before I play the video, sorry. Actually, you know what? You guys always say I talk too much. So let's play the video and I'll tell you after. Take a listen.
Up and get me out my body right now. I need y'all to just focus on yourself and stop putting me into things that have nothing to do with me, bro. And the only reason why I'm responding right now is because Steve Wilkos really sat up and did a PSA like I called him for clout. I used to feed into things for clout, for money, and everybody that keep trying to get something out of me. No. I got stomped out in his kitchen. That's the last time me and my son is ever going to be around that, in Jesus' name.
Oh, I forgot that I deleted Steve's video. Like, you don't need to hear him. I'm telling you that he said that he wants them on the show and doesn't know who they are. What I wanted to say is two things. Chrisean, we told you guys, left LA because she got in trouble about something that she said on her live, saying that she was going to send people after Blue, and Blueface's mother called the feds. So that's one of the reasons why she's staying out of LA. There's an open investigation. Two, we also told you about her calling the Zeus Network and asking the CEO, "Yo, where's my back pay? Where's my check?" Whatever. And he was like, "Yo, you breached contract. You said that Zeus was horrible. You said all of this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yo, go make your own money." And we told you that what Blueface and his mom are now trying to do is what a lot of people are trying to do, is create their own platforms so they can keep their own money. Streamers are having their own streams on Kick, Twitch, etc. Blueface came out of jail, cameras were out, etc., etc. There was a whole fight with Chrisean, Jaden, which, looking back now, even I was like, I think we've been had. I think it was all staged. But I also told you that Blueface's mom used social media and gave certain clips, but she said, "Hey, if you want the real tea, you want to see Chrisean really freaking out and putting her hands on bodyguards and all of this stuff, go to my Patreon. It costs $10. So having said all that, from what I've heard is that Chrisean is like, "Yo, there's no Blueface without me. Jaden is not enough. Y'all could try with Hazel. I'm staying off." If you notice all the videos I played, her face is not even in there. So she's like, "Yo, I'm staying off. I want to have nothing to do until somebody cuts me in and cuts me a check or gives me some footage to put on her platform, because she is part of the mix. She is part of Crazy in Love. And without her, do we really care about Blueface?" Which is why Blueface is now with Hazel E, and he's trying other things. But nobody is as entertaining as Chrisean. I keep telling you that. And I hate reality TV. I don't like this. And I follow Chrisean and Blueface. Like, it's amazing. So there's some behind the scenes contract, money splits, or what's going on. And we'll see. I'm 99% sure that you'll see Chrisean pop back up. Something will be going on. You know, if they could have both avoided going to jail, that's another thing, because, you know, her going online saying, yo, he stomped me out. Yeah, it creates views and everything, but yo, the Popo wants to put him back in jail. So that was another investigation that opened. Woo! You see how entertaining they are? It's just a train wreck. You just love to watch it. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. All right, in our second quick story, talking about train wrecks, TikToker ordered to pay $1.5 million for stealing someone's husband. Okay, there's like this long thing that I'm not going to read to you, because I just want to tell you in layman terms, because it's almost going to sound unbelievable. In North Carolina, a TikTok influencer has been ordered by a court to pay $1.75 million for stealing a girl's husband. And the lawsuit was filed and was won over a claim for alleged alienation of affection. Basically, this TikToker was friends with this girl, moved into her house. A lot of people are missing that part in the story. They were friends. They moved into the house. While they were living together, the TikToker was hitting on the girl's husband, using him for content, doing this or whatever. And the wife was like, yo, y'all are out here like, you know, flirting, doing all this stuff or whatever. And she didn't like it. They ended up breaking up. The TikToker and the husband get together, they get married, and the wife is like, oh, really? Yeah, there's a little piece of the law here in civil court. By the way, this is not criminal. In civil court, alienation of affection, and y'all are going to owe me money because you tricked my man into affection. This is a real thing. I have a news story. I'll play it for you. Yes. So there is a law in North Carolina that if you seduce, you make somebody else's man develop affection for you, you could have to pay his ex-wife millions of dollars. Take a listen.
That's the sound of a $1.75 million cheer, coming just moments after court was adjourned. Akira Montague embraced her attorney, Robinetta Jones, as dozens of supporters yelled from the sidelines. Akira Montague's lawsuit, filed in Durham County Court, accuses Bronny Montague, an influencer with nearly 3 million followers on TikTok, of seducing and having an affair with her then husband, Tim.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay, because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
But the jury didn't agree, awarding Akira Montague the $1.75 million after more than 700 pieces of evidence were presented in court. The case hinged on two rarely used laws, including alienation of affection.
Alienation of affection. Y'all girls stealing other girls' men? Yo, get ready to pay up. The TikToker said, or she tried to say, her defense was the wife gave her consent because she knew her marriage was over. So she was okay with it, but she had no proof. Alienation of affection. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, in our third quick story, Kevin Gates defends his 12-year age gap with his girl that calls him daddy. Okay, we posted this on our Instagram page. I cannot play the video for you because it's Kevin Gates and he's swearing and it's just wild, okay? He's not just saying, hey guys, da-da-da. He's like, yo, like it's cray. All right, so if y'all want to just go over to the YouTube page, not YouTube page, go to the Instagram Trend Out Loud, you'll see the full video. But maybe this could have been in social discussion of the day. Kevin Gates, if I'm not mistaken, is 38, 39 years old. His girlfriend is 26. It is a 12-year age gap, but is that bad if especially the girl is over 25? Now, there's people who are like, oh, if she's over 21, but over 25, like that's a full-blown adult. And I'm asking you guys, especially women out there, I like to ask more women's perspective in this because men are just always going to be men. Do you think that a 12-year age gap in that aspect is a problem? Do you think that Kevin is right for defending it? Now, once you get to like in your 40s or 50s, an age gap is not really that big of a thing. But my whole thing is, what does a 40-year-old have to talk about with a 25-year-old? That's, to me, the bigger issue. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, look, if you do and you find somebody, I guess I know technically it is, but I don't know. Again, it should be in social discussion, right? Like, what is the relationship based on? Of me already, my daily listeners, you know me, I'm all about relationships and pouring into each other and helping each other. And I just don't know what a 26-year-old could help pour into me and what I could get out of that other than Kevin probably just filling up his ego. You know what I mean? Like that's what it seems like. But and that's what I didn't like about his defense of it all. He's like, what older guy is gonna want to be with a used girl and this whatever. Like his whole point to it was very superficial. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want, like it wasn't anything fulfilling. You know what I mean? So anyways, again, this is not social discussion. So just let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, in our fourth quick story, Megan Thee Stallion says, I'm manifesting a Super Bowl halftime performance for myself in the future. Honestly, I would really love the opportunity if it presented itself, and I would embrace the challenge. The hotties know I love to put on a show, so I would just turn the halftime show into a big party, come with some surprises, and put on for my city. Okay, look, y'all know I'm a big Megan Thee Stallion fan. Totally love Megan, but Megan is in a situation right now where her lead single that is like promoted beyond belief, enters in the top 40, which is good, but I think somebody like Megan's status that's, where she is should at least enter the top 20, top 10. And, people that are perform at the Super Bowl, you're talking about mega stars with like #1 hits. I don't know who at Rock Nation is handling Megan's day to day, but I just feel like you guys are just messing her up. And I know Rock Nation listens to the show, so like, what are you guys doing with Megan? Like, she's such a great artist with so much potential. I keep telling y'all, drop this Milagro case, this civil case against her. We just found out now that Tory lost his appeal. You won. Tory is in jail. You're not going to convince people that are on his side that he's not guilty. Like, you're not going to, but at least in Megan's mind, she won, okay? He didn't even win his appeal. And now she's on doing press, talking about the Super Bowl? Like, we need hits. We need Megan from before this incident. This whole Tory Lanez thing has totally got Megan off her road. And y'all know I was in the music industry for over 10 years. I had a management company, a fairly big management company. I know what I'm talking about, okay? I managed artists. Like, I understand Megan is a big artist. I'm not saying that, I'm an expert, but come on, guys, get to it. Super Bowl, Megan, even there yet? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our fifth quick story, talking about delusional artists, Offset's new album, Haunted by Fame, failed to debut on the Billboard 200 this week. Now, there's two reasons to laugh at this. Well, not laugh. Let's not laugh at this. But the two reasons to talk about it or make light of it. Now, y'all know that Offset is in the middle of divorcing Cardi B, asking Cardi B for a lot of money. He wants a 70-30 split. He says that, he's in debt to the government, taxes. He wants Cardi to pay all that stuff off. And his reason for all of that is he built Cardi B. He made Cardi B, which is utterly ridiculous. Okay. Now, yes, I understand the Migos were hot and Cardi B was on a come up, but he did not build Cardi B. And that's his whole thing. He's like, yo, I made you. I want half of your money. Crazy work. And if he's such a great artist and he built Cardi B, how is his album not even coming in the Billboard 200? It sold 9,000 copies. I know independent artists that sell way more than that. Now, Offset tweeted out and said, my mixtape to get me out of my deal, laugh out loud. So after this flop, he's alleging, I just put this out to get out of my deal. Offset, even if you put this out to just get out of your deal, you know that people would see what it would chart, and you know this wouldn't be good for your next deal. Regardless of if you're trying to get out or not, and if you're in negotiations for your next deal, you and I know that everything that you put out tracks towards your negotiations. So don't sit here and tell me that you planned to have 9,000. Now, I understand if you had like a number one hit and you had, a number one album and you're like, let me just give them a mixtape that does 50 or 60, and you know that you have music to do 200. I know of artists that do that all the time, right? Drake is doing that right now. He's negotiating his contract. He gives you a Party Next Door album, which I don't agree. I don't like that he did that. But you know that Drake is in a contract negotiation and he's playing around right now, right? So depending on what happens, you'll see what we get on Iceman and what we don't. If it's a new contract, we're going to get all number one hits. If the Iceman is just to get him out his album, we'll have a mediocre album. He'll get in a new contract, and then he'll save all of his big hits for his new deal. So Offset, 9,000 units to get out of your contract. Stop it, bro. I know the music industry way better than that. Let me know what you guys think in your comment section below. In the comment section below. You know what? It is your comment section below. Let me know in your comment section below. All right, in our sixth quick story, I really don't like this headline. These are people playing games, man. I can't guarantee your safety. Transport Secretary Sean Duffy on flight safety amid air traffic controller shortage. Let me read this to you, and then I'll play you the video, okay? Transport Secretary Sean Duffy addressed growing concerns over flight safety during the ongoing air traffic controller shortage. Sean Duffy was asked about planes flying too close to each other and what the government is doing to prevent some serious accidents from happening. He explained that while there hasn't been any crashes, the system has been under pressure because of the shortage of air traffic controllers during the shutdown. Duffy said reducing flights was the safest option to avoid chaos in the sky, adding, listen, I could walk outside. I can't guarantee your safety. You get in your car. I can't guarantee your safety. But I have to look at the risk in the system, and then we have to make decisions based on that risk and based on that pressure. Now, listen to him. The headline reads, I can't guarantee your safety, and you're thinking he's talking about the sky, but it's, I can't guarantee your safety if you walk outside or you drive outside. So they're just playing on words. Listen,
you can walk outside. I can't guarantee your safety. You get in your car. I can't guarantee safety, but I have to look at the risk in this system, and then we have to make decisions based on that risk and based on that pressure.
Semantics, yo. Anyways, now I'm going to throw something out here. This goes to the Epstein files. With the scare tactics of, if you guys don't open the government, air traffic control gets dangerous or whatever, blah, blah. Could this be something that Donald Trump uses while he's trying to get these two Republicans or any other Republican that will listen to him and be like, yo, you guys sign on to these Epstein files to release them. I'm not opening back up the government. Air traffic control is not going to open. Y'all are going to lose big money. All the airlines are going to lose money. Thanksgiving is coming up. There's going to be problems. We'll see in the next coming days ahead. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, in our seventh quick story, testing your church to see if they would feed a hungry baby. Okay, this is actually really cool. There is a girl on TikTok, and she has started this big wave of calling churches and asking them, hey, I have a hungry baby. Will you help me? And it's really picking up a lot of steam out here because, as you know, a church is supposed to be there to help the people. So far to date, she's done it 42 times. 33 churches said no, and only 9 said yes. I'm going to play you one that said no, and then I'll play you one that said yes. Just want to highlight something. The one that said yes is pinned to her TikTok, which is showing me that she's not just doing this for, to drag somebody for clicks or for views. And she is a creator, so I know it's part of the reason, but I like that she's not just dragging the ones that are not and really highlighting and shining a light on the ones that say yes. Just wanted to throw that out. Here are two. Take a listen.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would help feed a starving baby. And right now I'm calling Cathedral of the Rockies in Boise, Idaho. Hey, yeah, I don't know if y'all can help or not, but I was just curious if y'all could help with like a can of formula, like baby formula.
Not that I'm aware of, no, sweetie. Sorry.
Okay, because like I have a 2-month-old and she's been without since like last night, and I've been calling everywhere and they're just telling me to call churches.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Hey, yeah, I was calling to see if y'all could help with formula at all. I have a 2-month-old baby and we ran out last night, so she's been going all day without anything to eat.
Okay, yeah, if you stop by around 1 p.m., then we can have that ready for you.
Okay, can I say something real quick? I'm actually not in need. I'm like testing churches to see which ones would actually help, and you are one of the few that would actually help a mom eat her baby. So I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you're doing, and it means a lot.
Now, I'm not a big church person. Is this shocking to anybody who's a church person out there? By the way, I do believe in God. My parents are Jamaican. There's more churches per capita than anybody anywhere in the world. Since I was a kid, mom's like, pray to God, pray to God, pray to God. I know mom's watching, so she would want me to say that. But more what I'm saying is that I don't attend church every Sunday and maybe know the intricacies of church. So that's why I'm asking the regular church members, is this something that a church should do? Is this normal behavior? If you're, hey, I'm a mom, I'm calling up, I have a hungry baby, I need help. Can you give me some formula? 1 bottle of formula. I would think that the church would help. And like some people were saying in the comment section, why isn't the person who's answering the phone saying, sorry, we don't have formula here, or we don't have money to help, but yo, I got $10, come, I'll buy you the formula. You know what I mean? I think that's the bigger thing, just being like, yeah, no, bye. Anyways, again, another thing that could have been in social discussion. Y'all know I like these things. Sound off below and let me know what you think about this, what she's doing, highlighting the ones that are saying no and saying yes. And also let me know if you think that churches should be helping out a mom with a hungry baby. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, y'all, this brings us to everyone's favorite segment, comments and social discussion of the day. All right, before we get to social discussion, I have a very, very important question to ask you. Is your computer, laptop, and or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? I mean, scammers. Well, let me answer that question for you. Yes, they are, all of them. If you're not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform, go to my sponsor below, Aura.com/trendoutloud to get your 14-day free trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. If you're ever wondering how scammers get your cell phone or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data legally. This should be a law. It should be against the law, but they sell it legally, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. When you go on and subscribe to Netflix, Amazon, when you buy something, anything that you putting your information in, they take that information in the background and they sell it to people that run marketing campaigns and want to know about people, want to know what people like or whatever. And it's supposed to be selling it to people to do good things with. That's how algorithms work. They know what you like and they'll email you and they will know this or whatever they know about you. It gets in the hands of bad actors. That's why you have these weird people calling you. That's why you get these weird links. Oh, press this link here. You're going to win this, sign this document or whatever. If you are sick and tired of it, if you are afraid that you will know it, but still accidentally click the link, because sometimes it comes fast. Sometimes it comes and you're just like, oh yeah, I know what this is. And you click it, boom, and all your information is gone. This is what Aura can help you with. And if you Google it, scamming is on an all-time high. And I suggest if you don't have anything, you use this. And even if you do have something, Aura is the best. And let me show you why they are the best and you should use them, okay? These are all the reasons why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information off of these sites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door and windows open. That's what I'm trying to tell you about. You have a digital security tool that's mediocre, they can still come in through the back or side door. This is online. You need something like Aura, a digital security tool like Aura that's the best in the business and keeps everything private and offline. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your information is ever found on the dark web. You get real-time fraud alerts if your credit card or banking information is ever found. You also get a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager. They have US-based support around the clock. And also, in the event that anything should go wrong, Aura also offers and includes a $5 million identity theft insurance protection package. You are covered 100% with Aura, and it's free. Free. Click the link below. Use the QR code beside me. Sign up today. You are going to be shocked to find out the information that is out there, but Aura could take it off and help keep it off for you for free. So hopefully you will feel a little bit comfortable going online with Aura. Okay. Now we are going to go to comments. I don't have a super thanks, but it's all right. It's okay. Y'all don't love me. I'm joking. All right. So I don't have a super thanks, but even without a super thanks, we always go to random. That's our new thing. Oh, the same thing happened yesterday. Before I scroll, I got this. Absolutely love Euphoria. Hands down, one of the best shows. Love that. Anyways, to be fair, not just going to pick anything out. I just want you guys to know that good comments, bad comments, we literally just, hold on. I want to make sure I put new. Yeah, okay. So new, random. We're going to just stop on anything. Boom. Do I have one? Yes. First random one. Well, I was right in the middle, so I'll read both. Oops. I will read both. One says, she can't be saying laughing. They don't want her to because she knows what will happen. What? I don't know what this is in reference to. The next comment is, if they ever arrest Obama before they get Biden, this country will flip out. I wish I knew what Jody's comment was. Oh, hold on. If I go up a little, I knew she didn't. Oh, she's talking about Wendy Williams. Okay, she put it in two different comments. Jody said, I knew she didn't. It was the meds. Okay, now I understand it. Yes, I believe too that Wendy Williams did not have frontotemporal dementia. I have said that, and people have admitted that she's not 100% well because of all of the past stuff that she has put herself through, but she is sober now, and I'm happy to know that she's better. Sidebar, I did hear some stuff today. I didn't put it in the show, but I did hear that it might not be a walk in the park because now it's going to be the tale of two stories. One doctor says yes, the other says no. And when it gets put in front of a judge, they're going to dissect. And even if it comes out that she doesn't have frontotemporal dementia and it comes out that she has some sort of brain damage, it could still keep her in the guardianship, which is a little bit scary. But I have confidence in Joe Tacopina that I hope if this judge doesn't let her out, then he will be able to get a jury trial, and then it will be a jury of 12 that will decide her fate. Now, I'm not saying that she doesn't need to be taken care of, but she needs to get out of this guardianship. That's what's most important. Anyways, Jody, thank you for your comment. TUT, thank you very much for your comment. If they ever arrest Obama before they get Biden, this country will flip out. I totally agree with you. Anyways, great comments. Thank y'all for that. All right, let me tell you about super thanks and memberships, and then we'll get to social discussion of the day. One, for those of you who want to give back, people ask me, hey, what's your Cash App, PayPal? Best way if you guys want to give back to the show, there's a thanks button at the bottom of every single video. You'll see like, save, share, remix. If you're on your phone, you might have to scroll over a little bit. You'll see a button that says thanks. You press that button there. You'll be given a slide. You can give $2, $10, $50, whatever you want. It's called a super thanks. You could leave the comment as thanks, or you could put a comment in there. We will read the comment out to you. It works almost kind of like a text message because I get a notification on my phone. I'll see it right away, reply to you. And like I said, if you put a comment in there, I will read it out to you the next day. If not, you just want to say thanks. We appreciate y'all, all right? We appreciate the support. Here is YouTube explaining super thanks better than I can.
Buy a super thanks by clicking the thanks button under your video. There are multiple price points a viewer can purchase that each have their own special one-time animation. As an added bonus, viewers will get to post a distinct, colorful comment in your video's comment section.
All right, now I want to tell you guys about memberships, then we'll get to social discussion. You will see the first link below is access to the Out Loud memberships. With the Out Loud memberships, you get loyalty badges, emojis, member-only live streams, member-only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and of course, you get access to my vlogs, which is really stripped down behind the scenes. We just get into like life. We just talk about life. No political stuff, no celebrity stuff. It's just really fun. Become an Out Louder today, okay? You'll see the join button above me or the first link below. When you get to the Out Loud membership window, you will see Out Loud, Proud, MVP. Those are different price points. That's just like a tip menu. Every single level gives you the same access. You all are in this, we're all in one crew. It's Out Loud crew. There's just different levels because some people wanted to give a little bit more. So it's depending on what you want to give. Whatever you give, whatever level you provide or you give us, we appreciate it, all right? Thank you very much. All right, now on to social discussion. This one is for the ladies. I need help here, okay? Coco again defends breastfeeding her and Ice-T's daughter, Chanel Nicole, until she was 6 years old. Coco Austin is again defending breastfeeding her and her husband, Ice-T's 9-year-old daughter, till she was 6 years old. I hate when they put in the article the same as the title. Like, I just read that already. Jeez. Coco, who is 46 years old, isn't a mother who has shied away from combating mom shame and anybody else with critical commentary about her and her daughter and Ice-T, who is 67 years old. Whoa, I didn't know there was a 21-year age difference. Yo, Ice-T's 67. Jeez. In August 2021, we previously shared how Coco had no shame in her game about breastfeeding her 5-year-old daughter, Chanel. She told Us Weekly, Chanel still likes my mom stuff. It is a big, excuse me, it is a big bonding moment for a mother and her child. Why take that away from her? If she doesn't want it, all right, that's where you stop. But I'm not just going to say no. 2 days later, Ice-T defended his wife and tweeted, "Newsflash, we feed Chanel food. She just likes to suck her mom's every now and then. Me too." 9 days after her initial comment, Coco again addressed the drama, claiming, "I just don't believe society says they should stop at 2. I just don't believe society says that they should stop at 2. As you as a mom should stop because you say so." Oh, I think I read that wrong. I don't believe society says they should stop. That means that you should stop. Anyways, I still don't understand it. Now, you as a mother should stop because you say so. I'm not going to stop because I feel like it's a great bonding experience between her and I. She's my only child. It's not like we have a big family of kids. So I'm savoring every moment with my child. 4 years later, Coco appeared on a podcast saying the same thing. Okay, I had a video, but I just read everything down to you. So why do you have to hear it? The question is, what do y'all think about breastfeeding till the kid is 6? Now, I don't have any kids, so I don't know. I personally don't think it's a big deal. I think that's something that a mom and a child should do. And why should y'all be getting into what a mom and her child are doing? Now, if it was the dad that had a problem, I would say, okay, because that's the dad. But Ice-T said, yo, that's cool with me. Yo, we feed her food and the milk wagons. And I like some of the milk wagon too. The mom likes it. The kid clearly likes it. Why is this a thing? So please weigh in. Can somebody tell me out there if there's a negative effect? Please, I tried to do my research. I haven't found any negative effects. What could the negative effects be? Now, in the clip that I did hear her play, she did say that right now her daughter has a little bit of separation anxiety. For example, like when they go to the club, she can't understand why she can't go to the club with them. But what 9-year-old wants to be away from their parents Anyways, now if she was 18 or 19, I'd be like, that's a little bit weird. But that's not showing me that because she was breastfed that she cannot be away from her parents. She's an only child, and she's like, hey, we go everywhere together. Y'all going out to the club, bring me too. She just doesn't understand the age appropriateness of a club. So again, y'all know I'm very open-minded, and I bring things like this to social discussion. Moms and dads, sorry, at first I said just moms and dads, everybody. Is there a problem with breastfeeding after a certain amount of time? Please educate me and let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. All right, y'all, this brings us to question of the day. I think we have a good question. Could you forgive a best friend who dated your ex years later? I just want to just straight up and say, what do you mean forgive? We wouldn't be friends anymore, bruh. And none of my friends would do any such thing. I do not play around with this whole ex thing. Somebody said, I guess I kind of have to. No, you don't. Again, I just want to give context, as you guys know I love to do. Not a friend that's like a friend that you haven't seen in 10 years. Like, nobody cares about that. We're talking about a friend. Somebody who knows your family, you know their family, y'all have been through things together. I'm talking about a friend. Like, we don't use the word friendship loosely around here. Now, for fun, for devil's advocate, I will say it doesn't have to be your best friend, but like your friend, like as an adult, your friend. And as an adult, we don't have like loose friendship. So like somebody who you talk to like once, twice a week. That's what I want. Not somebody who is your friend that you only talk to once every 5 years. Okay. Once I'm all the way over, I don't give an F. Who you date could be my sister. Okay. That means they was plotting when I was with him. I wish them the best. If she didn't learn from my mistake, then that's on her. Yeah, it has happened to me as long as he's your headache and not mine. Another person says, yeah, I don't care that much about any man from a past relationship. In my books, we never dated. As a matter of fact, I don't even know that man. Enjoy him, sis. Thought that was funny. Just 1 second. I wasn't even thinking about, that means that he or she was plotting the whole time you guys were together. I didn't even think. I was more just like the disrespect of your friend. Like if I broke up or she broke up with me, if I broke up with her, you got to be on my side. Like, he broke up with her, done. He doesn't talk to you, I ain't talking to you. We got to ride together. What are you talking about, bruh? If she broke up with me and I'm hurt by it, you still got to ride with me because she left me. But what this other comment is that, he was plotting the whole time? He wanted to be with her the whole time? Either way, all three ways, y'all ain't my friend and y'all could go be together. Somebody says, yes, it happens all the time. I don't know about y'all friends, but not my friends. Somebody says, child, I could care less. I got other ish to worry about. It's not that I actually care. Like I said, I more care from the guy's perspective. Like I more care like, how could you be my friend and negate how I feel? You get what I'm saying? Like, then we're not really friends. That's more what it is about me. I don't care about the girl. She could date whoever she wants. I really could care less about her. Like, I really, really could care less. I don't care. She could be with 20 guys. I don't care. She could be on OnlyFans. I don't care. I more care about my friend. That's what it is like to me. That's why people are like, oh, it's okay, whatever. You're thinking about the person. You're like, oh, dude, she's for the streets. Like, it's your loss. I don't care about the girl. I care about our relationship. And it's like forgiving you. The question is forgiving you because that means that we didn't talk. So that means you did it without me knowing. It's the friendship part. And this has never happened to me, but I'm getting so worked up about the friendship part. Because like I told you guys a couple of days ago, friendships mean everything to me, man. Friends are like my family. I call my friends my brothers. This is like so hurtful to me. Like, I don't understand how this could be even a question to me. Anyways, I'm getting a little worked up. Chill, Trent. Somebody says, yes, Y'all still be sticking on them exes. He might be better off for her. I don't want none of mine back. Again, I don't care about her. Anyways, see, listen to this one. That's not a friend. Exactly. There's unspoken rules that should never be crossed. Once you cross me, you lost me. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. underscore good vibes. Thank you. That's not a friend. Are you crazy? Somebody said everyone's somebody's ex. Again, who cares that they're your ex? It's about the friendship to me. One woman's trash is another woman's less trash. Anyways, I'm getting too worked up for this. This is weird behavior. Exactly. Thank you. Somebody said tunnel sisters. Somebody said my best friend would never. What? Yo, and it's so funny. I don't know why I'm keeping on going and talking about this. Is that one of my friends, his friend tried to talk to his ex-girlfriend while they were friends. That makes sense? My friend, one of his friends, his ex-girlfriend was at the house and he was like, yo, like, I want your number, whatever, Bob, I want to talk to you. And the girl was like, no, I used to date your homeboy. And she said no. And I asked him if he was bothered that his friend tried to do that. He goes, nah, not really. Because, yo, he's tried to hit on one of my girlfriends before, even when I was with her. And I was like, what kind of relationship do y'all have? Because please don't try to bring that over here. And they're pretty close. I don't know if they're as close as us, but I think he more was like, he accepts that from him or expects that from him. But I was like, bruh, let me just play with me. Just play with me one time. One time. Anyways, I know he wouldn't do it to me. I think you got to know who your friends are. None of my friends would even look. None of my friends would even flirt with my girlfriend or one of my ex-girlfriends. I can unequivocally say that. Anyways, I don't know why this got me so worked up. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, y'all. Yo, I'm hot in here. Let me end the show right now. I hope you guys liked it. We had a lot of tea. We had a lot of discussions today. What was it? Things in social discussion? The church, Coco, and there was another thing that was almost social discussion. I love social discussions. Oh yeah, Kevin Gates and his 12-year-old age gap. Anyways, I love today's show. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys liked it. Before I let you go, just want to remind you of 3 things. 1, please, somebody send me a thanks. Come on, man. I'm working hard here for you guys. 7 days a week, man. Give me a little support here. It is the button below. Just hit that thanks button, slide the dial, and support your favorite YouTube show. Second of all, also support by joining the Out Loud membership, the first link, or you'll see the join button above. And third of all, for y'all, the second link below, do not forget to sign up to Aura. Also use the QR code beside me. Sign up for Aura today. If you're worried, like me, you freak out about these text messages and stuff and these phone calls, you could just accidentally touch it and your thing are wiped, or it could protect you out. So protect you from that. So just make sure you sign up today, okay? Before I let you go, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trend Out Loud show. For those of you that like to listen to your shows, we are available on all podcast platforms. Just go to any pod site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And yes, we do upload daily, 7 days a week. Told you, we're working here for y'all, man. Now, for those of you who are like me and need video in your life, I need to see the people who are talking to me. Head on over to YouTube, type in Trend Out Loud. 6 things I'm going to need you to do. First 2 is hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, please, because we need to get the algorithming. Third, which is to me one of the most important, please try to comment in the comment section below. That's why we read comments. It's one of my favorite things. And you guys are my co-hosts. We do the show together. We bring the topics. You guys send me some topics. We have a talk. We have a discussion. If you guys are not discussing with me, I'm just here by myself, and that is really not cool, okay? For those of you who do not want to join in on the conversation, I don't want you to feel pressured, but one of my favorite things to do at night is look at the comment section, and I love to see the different countries and city that you guys are watching from. So if you don't want to join in on a conversation, at least minimum, let me know where you're watching from. It brings me joy. I appreciate y'all. Now, for those of you who are really, really liking the show, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones because it helps them grow in the channel, and we are here working hard to grow this channel, so we appreciate all the support and help that we can get. Fifth of all, sign up and become an official Out Louder today with the Out Loud membership. And sixth, like I said a couple of times, please use that thank you below. It's instead of PayPal or Cash App, it's a way for you guys to support the show that you love so much. For those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, please follow the Trent Out Loud Show on the gram. That is our show page. We post most of the stories that we talk about here, and we post them in our entirety. YouTube has a lot of restriction, copyright issues. I cannot play a lot of these things for you, so we put them up on our Instagram page. Throughout the day, you get to know a couple of things that we're going to bring up on the show. Once we post the show, you're looped in, ready to go, and the show is that much more enjoyable. So make sure you follow today, all right? I hope you guys have a great night or a great morning. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place for the Trent Out Loud Show. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace!